Hello and welcome to Critical Tumble, where a bunch of longtime friends and internet nerds transcend geography, but not family obligations, through the power of Discord to play Dungeons and Dragons. And please don't critically fumble a lot. I'm once again looking primarily at noms, because previously the Cupcake Coterie ended up in the city of Anbeer to attempt to reason with or otherwise deal with the Scourge Aasimar, who are more or less keeping the Protector Aasimar that have survived various massacres under house arrest. Part of the problem is that Alice went in as sort of a preliminary inspiration, etc., and has not been treated particularly well throughout this entire time, which is pissing a number of people off at this stage. And honestly, everything about the situation is pissing everybody off, between the not actually listening to them, throwing them in jail, expecting to just kind of exile them without any approach to, without any attempt at trial, leaving one badly injured and one dead child on the on on the basis of, you tried to climb things, you deal with the consequences. And apparently, there's the beginnings of riots in the Protector Aasimar settlement. So everything is going a little bit bullshit. Okay, fine, a lot bullshit. However, there has been a certain amount of movement, at least in regards to getting the various members of the party back. Because, Remi has challenged Captain Tagg to a duel on the more or less orders of elderly gnome woman who is apparently become justice. Unfortunately, the duel is going to be happening in a magic-free zone, and Remi has been made distinctly aware of the fact that Tagg doesn't generally use any amount of magic in his fighting, which to all of y'all means fighter, mercenary, etc. Unfortunately, the gambit of having Alice as the second did not quite work, so depending on situations, Barnabas would face off against somebody named Jessamy. I haven't seen Jessamy, they don't think. So there's that. Last we left everybody, it was Darvin going, how do you prepare for a duel? Do you not eat at all in case it slows you down? Do you have a big solid meal? And Remi said light meal. So that is what y'all are doing. Of course, because it was Darvin who suggested it, fine, because me, but it's the sort of thing Darvin would do. Darvin now has to find someplace that would do a suitable light meal in preparation for a duel at 7. If you're, yeah.
I have no. I have no idea how I would even do that as a player because I've been gone for so long.
The place we had that, what was it? Cheesecake or something?
That was only
that was only pastries, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was coffee and pastries.
Yeah, that was just desserts.
Well, we could always go just searching.
We could ask somebody.
Well, currently you're out.
The most efficient way.
Yeah, currently you're more or less outside the courthouse kind of place, and people are filing in and out. There was a receptionist. You remember you liked the receptionist. Barnabas proposed marriage to the receptionist.
It was a sign of respect, and I'm lying through my teeth to save face.
Hazel, didn't the Furborg from that previous trial invite you to a cafe of some sort?
Yep.
Oh,
They run one, I think, if I'm recalling that correctly.
Unfortunately, you don't know whether that's another, pastry spot or if they do full meals. Given that it's Street of Love and Beauty, it probably isn't a meal kind of place.
Yeah. Well, who wants to go
I vote we check in
investigating?
with the receptionist.
Okay.
I guess, yeah, Barnabas is investigating a receptionist.
Um,
And,
Phrasing. Boom.
yes. Um,
I guess that was in character.
Rylan will hear from the scarf. The bull man should go because I think that his flirting is a little bit needing work. You don't jump straight to the married.
Clarity
Yeah.
pushes Barnabas forward towards
Uh,
the receptionist.
Well, you guys are outside, so nudging him towards the
Just
door. So I
pointing
imagine.
him, turning him around, aiming him at the door, and just shove, 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 shove.
all right. I'm going.
As much as people very, very much shorter than the Minotaur can shove a Minotaur.
Well, when he's not actually resisting, he's not.
And also Hazel is
Fair
not
enough.
not bad on the strength front. If it was just
Team
clarity,
effort.
yeah, if it was just clarity, that would be something.
Fair. Okay, fair. Just the idea of Clarity trying to push Barnabas anywhere is amusing.
Like a mime.
Let's face it, given Clarity's strength score, she might have a hard time pushing Evan anywhere.
Gotta love modifiers.
So anyway, yes, Barnabas comes back in, and the receptionist seems to be dealing with the paperwork because we're getting towards the end of the business day. Hello.
He fidgets. Hi. I'm sorry to bother you.
You're saving
What?
me from paperwork. Thank you.
Well, you're welcome. So we're looking. We're trying to find a place to get a light meal before the duel. Any suggestions?
Let's think. When you say a light meal, what sorts of things does everybody in your group like? You seem a little bit of a varied bunch.
Yeah, there isn't really. It's almost everything, honestly.
Well, there's a few places on the Street of Plenty. How is everybody on noodles?
Sounds good.
You're
I was gonna
not.
say,
You're not there.
I was going to say, out of character, I don't think there's anyone who has any problems with noodles, right?
Well, you've made noodles a few times, but you have a feeling that she hesitated a little bit on noodles because she wasn't sure you understood the concept of pasta, which I don't think any of you actually do.
We're good with noodles. We're definitely good.
Okay, so it doesn't really have a name exactly, but it's a little red shop with little green awnings, and I think it's a noodle type that you are not all entirely familiar with, but just give that a try and see what that'll do. We call it pasta there.
Pasta.
It's like it's lots of different varieties of noodles, so different shapes. Some of them are flavored with You get green ones that are flavored with spinach, and you get some that are stuffed with things. So it's like very small pierogies.
Oh,
And some are made out of potato, and there's different sauces and that sort of thing. There would be a name, but the person who runs it can't be bothered. He says he's just going to let his food speak for itself entirely.
oh.
So it's the Little Red Restaurant. And incidentally, two things.
Mm-hmm.
One, if you're looking later for a good celebration restaurant,
I was
um,
gonna ask that actually.
the best restaurant in the city is called The World Over. It needs to be experienced. I can't really explain much about it beyond the fact that it is probably the best restaurant on the continent.
Barnabas looks a little stuck, like the soft focus staring off in the distance kind of thing for just a second.
And so it's sort of. Have you ever been to Egref?
Yes.
Have you been to Harley's? That's the surf and turf place that you went to.
Yeah. Oh,
The
yes.
I ate the whole thing place.
Hmm.
It's
You could
it's
say that. Yes.
it's like that, but as I think your cleric friend would say, take that and multiply by Ambier.
Ooh.
Also,
Okay.
also there is a little wine bar by the Street of Song where I generally relax with a glass of wine and listening to the pianist at the end of a long day, if you ever happen to have some time available. Thank you.
Oh.
Back to the paperwork.
Thank you. And he starts to walk out. Smith, my name is Barnabas, by the way.
Cherie.
Pleasure to. Yeah. Thank you.
Then just a little wave and back to the paperwork. And Barnabas comes out and is kind of, well, that.
Yeah.
Insight check.
So how'd it go?
Her name's Cherie. There's apparently he gives the directions for some place that does all kinds of noodles that doesn't have a name because the chef says going to have the food just speak for itself. It would be a good place for a meal. And I also have there's a parent place called the World Over that's supposed to be one of the best restaurants on the continent.
No,
for
the best restaurant on the continent.
the best restaurant on the continent, if for not to put the cop before the horse, but celebration purposes. And she also invited me out to go to a meet her at a wine bar, I guess. So,
So
this is
see,
serious.
you don't have to roll an insight check. Wait until people actually answer the question or don't before you offer that. Okay.
I mostly was assuming that what just happened was going to happen, so that was mostly just me kidding around. I'm sorry.
And like, since when has Barnabas been hard to read?
Well, probably at the very beginning, because trying to read bovine features is probably a little.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Darwin is literally making the heart symbol. It's like,
No.
oh.
And Farida is going, and it's nice actually. With all of this, you get a date.
Well, come on, we got some food to eat and then a duel to win.
That we do.
That's right.
Yes, Farida might be slightly giggling just at the and Flitty and Ryland's scarf. Did the bull man do better at the flirty? Looks like he did better at the flirty.
Yes, you did. Very much.
I'ma go do the happy dance on his horns. And yeah, I mean, you heard a little bit of chat in Sylvan, and then Flitty doing the budgie tappy happy dance on one of your horns.
Thanks, Flitty.
And yeah, you get to the Street of Plenty, and I mean it's a bright red building with sort of olive green awnings, and it has no sign indicating its name, but it's, given the time of day, it's pretty well attended, and the smells coming out of it are, I think, very, very good Italian restaurant. And you come in, and halfling maitre d, so you kind of have to look down at and be looking pretty much directly at this poor man's bald spot. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Sorry, I'm just waiting to see if you actually want to eat here, or you're just asking why we don't have a name on the sign.
We were actually informed why you don't have a name on the sign, and we are very interested in eating here because
Yes.
of that.
Okay. We're gonna need to push a couple of tables together. Excuse me. And you wind up with halfling, furbolg, and human all pushing a couple of tables together so it fits all of you. And everybody else is kind of looking because they're in groups of like 2 or 4, and there's like 8 of you.
Yeah,
So,
we're big.
Yeah, and we're wearing
We-
adventurer's kit.
and he sits down. When the tables are all pushed together and there's enough chairs, sort of pads back, grabs. Again, you have menus. They're fairly small menus compared to some of the ones you've seen, but menus regardless, and sits you all down and explains. So it looks like you're not in. It looks like you're kind of new at this. So, just as an explanation, that list there, because you'll see 2 columns. That list there is the types of pasta, noodles. That bit there is the kind of sauces you can get. If you have any questions about any of them, just call me over.
Yeah,
Anything to drink?
we're probably safest with just water for the moment.
Well, we have a selection of fruit juices.
What would that selection be, if I may?
Pick a fruit. This is Ambeer.
And I'm just gesturing
Pineapple.
to everybody.
I was literally about to say pineapple too.
Yep, that one.
Lemonade.
Sorry, you broke up with a.
Lemonade.
It's a 2 on the lemonade.
And looks at Hazel.
Okay. DM, I have a small question. What is the weirdest fruit that I may have heard of while we were wandering Agraf?
Never rolled a hand of fate. Given it's Hazel, she's probably thinking about the weirdest, but she's also remembering the horse-drawn limo and the pomegranate raspberry juice. That's probably kind of stuck in her head now.
Okay, I'm a little torn here. Because... Actually... Yeah, no, decision made. Do you guys have anything in pomegranate raspberry variety?
Well, we have pomegranate raspberry, we have pomegranate on its own, we have pomegranate cranberry, and we have a tropical fruit punch, which is pomegranate, mango, papaya, guava, pineapple.
I am suddenly compelled to try that last one.
Okay. Feel free to inspect the menus. I'll be back with some with your drinks and some garlic bread. This probably throws everybody.
In a brief moment.
And then leans back. Do you want the garlic bread with cheese or just garlic bread?
Cheese.
Just clearly
Good thing.
like,
Cheese, right?
Probably.
Everybody,
Yeah.
Almost
every
better cheese.
Cheese
yeah,
needs to be.
let's go with that.
Yeah.
When the question is, if cheese, then cheese is the answer.
Mm.
And comes back with very quickly, in fact, with a tray of drinks and big loaf cut sort of cubes, so you can basically tear chunks off the loaf, and you can see where it was baked as a loaf of bread, cut into squares halfway through, and then apparently drenched with garlic butter and cheese, and then baked a bit more. And it's amber. It smells amazing. Puts that in the center of the table. Then looks at the length of the table. I'm gonna go get you another loaf. Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
comes back and
Mm.
Smells amazing.
3,
Nom.
2. Just gonna grab and yoink a chunk before it gets open.
yeah.
And hand hat, and then split the, and then hand hat for the chunk to Clarity.
I had already taken some and half of mine to hers.
I just take a piece and
Yeah, I mean it's very, very, very fresh bread, very good cheese, and just the right amount of garlic.
I need to make garlic bread.
I also need to make garlic bread. You can get gluten-free loaves, and they're not bad. It's just, Anyway, so yeah, you've got everything from like spaghetti, linguine, farfalle, and you don't really know what most of those words are. You can assume that the ravioli and you can assume the ravioli is full of something because there's listing of spinach and ricotta, ground beef, etc., etc. But everything else is a little meh.
Is there like
I'm
an,
slightly lost in the sauce that is the garlic bread, having a minor religious experience over food over here.
Is there not like an image of the?
They don't do pictures, and apparently this guy, whoever designed the menus, did not decide to write a description of the food or what's in the sauces, which is why your halfling maitre d' / waiter said if you need any help, ask. I mean, you pick up a couple of words here and there, particularly on the sauces end, because there's beef something, pork something, mixed seafood something, but then there's stuff like words like Alfredo mean nothing to you.
Arvin literally just takes one hand on one column and one hand on the other column, kind of goes like this for a little bit and goes doink, and winds up with what I've had the craving for a while, tortellini, and I'm not sure what sauce would go with that. But I've had a craving for tortellini lately, and I don't know why.
Well, depending on what kind of tortellini, because that's the other filled one. You got ravioli and tortellini are all filled. So, I rolled the hand of fate for you, so you got a 19, and so you're going to end up with spinach and ricotta tortellini, with sort of a tomato, mushroom, and a little bit of caper sauce.
That works. Awesome. Thank you.
I'm going to do seafood and Alfredo because Alfredo sounds like the name of a name I'd name an animal or something.
Yes. So you got seafood Alfredo, and what kind of pasta are you having?
Farfalle. Because it's fun to say.
While taking the orders, it's sort of, do you want that tricolor or regular?
Colors.
Oh, good. You at least have some idea what that actually means. It's nice when we get the smart ones in.
How do you get tricolor wrong?
some people don't pronounce it right, and it gets a bit weird. Or they don't know that try means 3.
Mm,
Oh.
Not
Could be
everybody's well
that.
read.
Fair enough.
You're looking at someone who's only like medium well read, if anything.
Given your reactions about the fruit juices, you just want the most interesting thing on the menu, don't you?
That's that. I'm still like kind of
Gotcha
staring
there,
at the
Hazel.
bread and.
Hey,
Um.
Hazel here can be described in 2 words. Surprise.
Yes.
Okay, so that means that that means that Antoine is going to be able to pull out. He likes the surprise me brigade because he gets to try new recipes.
I was like, what
Eric is error.
what is carbonara?
It's
Am
a
I right?
it's a cream sauce, a little bit ham kind of thing, cheese.
Okay. I'll probably go with that, and I'll just spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Ah.
Actually, with Alfredo, I tend to recommend linguine. It's like spaghetti, except it's flat and whitish instead of just like a little tube or a strand of hair or something.
Okay.
I think Rylan, Gnomes, and Barnabas, and Faraday.
Sir, are you having a hard time deciding? Because we do have another option if big appetitey.
Well, normally that's exactly correct, but I'm more looking for something on the lighter side because I possibly may have a fight later today.
I see. So, meat eater.
Yes.
So maybe you could try the sort of a gnocchi with bolognese sauce, which is minced beef and mushrooms and green peppers and
Mm,
zucchini and things in a
that sounds
tomatoey kind of
fantastic.
sauce. Yeah, the
That sounds.
gnocchi isn't stuffed with anything, but it's kind of made out of potato.
Mm. All right then. Thank you.
And looks at Remy. I'm gonna put together something similar for you because you look like you have a similar. I'm going to have a fight later look on your face.
Yes.
And
Thank you.
honestly, it's I'm not going to be mentioning this to Antoine because he doesn't really like it when people come into his restaurant and go, "Look, I don't care. I just want food."
Thank you very much.
No offense. I get it. It's just he's an artiste about this kind of thing. And looks at Rylan. You look overwhelmed. I know just the thing for you.
And that would be.
Pesto sauce.
I was thinking that.
It's basil and pine nuts. And cheese.
Just Rylan like clear short circuiting is just like that nodding.
I'll come up with a pasta for it too. Why would just before I go, can I ask why she was staring at the garlic bread like it was? I don't even know what it was like.
Likes it a lot. She gets a little reverent of good things.
Oh, Antoine is going to be entirely too interested in what she thinks of the experiment. I'll as you clearly have someplace to be. Good thing. The other good thing about pasta dishes is they don't tend to take very long. So I'll be back in a few minutes with your meal.
Thank you.
Darwin just looks over it. Hazel, did you just admit to being medium well?
Still, like I've gotten lost in the bread again. I haven't heard a word.
Never mind. Never mind. It's making a play off the medium well read.
Mm.
She's too lost in the garlic sauce to
bad,
even notice.
lad.
That's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I caught the
I
bud. I'm
love
just
Hazel.
like,
yeah, but
Love Hazel.
Hazel wouldn't. So, of course, you do also have Flitty selecting one of the squares and just rip, thump, nyarmph. Worth it.
I could have handed Flitty one of those, but it was worth it just to see her do the.
Him first of all.
That was
but,
adorable, Flitty.
Yeah, it was sort of
My
ripped
bad.
and kind of fell over backwards, so it's sort of on his front, and then just while it's still there, nyarmph.
he's like a limpet.
Kind of like an otter, except not the rock and the bang bang bang, but just the whole
Yeah,
nerf.
like a very scaly, flappy otter.
And not too long later, your various meals come. Hazel has got. They do actually look like very small pierogies, but in a sort of a off beigeish sort of sauce, which has a smell of cheese, garlic, cream, and white wine. And
Yeah,
inside the raviolis is various different herbs and pumpkin.
like the smell actually pulls me out of the garlic bread experience, and I'm just staring at the new thing.
Yeah, and you have pumpkin ravioli.
Just looking at the utensil assortment, processing. Am I able to figure out how
Well,
the hell this works?
as the halfling is going to another table with the other plates, just use a fork.
And
Yeah, you just take the
commence
fork
nom
and
nom nom.
yeah, I mean it's a very good pumpkin ravioli. I have a feeling that Hazel is one of those people who probably really appreciates pumpkin because one of the things they grow at home.
Yeah, the whole reason for the glitching out over food that's been happening since we got here has been raised by halflings on a farm equals food is religious experience.
And now you're having another one.
Like, yeah, this has been just rapid
Holy
fire. It's like someone
reverence of garlic.
loaded a machine gun full and just sprayed at me.
Yeah, and you
I'm
all
thinking
know
more of a t-shirt cannon, but yes.
you all know what to expect from Amber food by now.
Mm-hmm.
That's not. Unfortunately, that has not stopped the perpetual religious experience occurrence.
Yeah, I'm saying that as an out of character thing because that's how you know how to react to it.
Yay.
It's just not something you get used to. This is just the city of really good food.
Like there's like I'm almost going hypersonic, but can't actually do so because food in face.
Hazel, look, mine look like bow ties.
Um,
Yeah, they do.
beige, green, and orange bow ties.
Look at
And that last
Kitty.
bit trails off into a hypersonic squeak.
And Flitty, meanwhile, is bouncing between everybody for nomphs. Yarmf. Thwomp.
Praise be to Nyarm.
Oh, it's Flitty knows that you guys would make a little plate for him if he wanted, but he likes sharing.
He very much likes Nyarm.
You need to hold them.
So, does any conversation want to happen?
Ava would probably look at Remi and... You doing alright? I didn't quite
Remi's
sure how he
eating
found.
calmly. I'm alright.
So, just to clarify, what as a second is exactly my job here?
Nobody asked, so you have no the fuck idea. All you really know is that if Remi can't fight, all Remi knows is that if Remi can't fight, Barnabas has to step in, and so does Tag second. But you have a feeling there might be more than that, but you didn't ask, so.
Wow.
So neither of us
You,
asked. Gotcha.
yep, you step in if I fall, but don't, but not in, if I fall, but that, in a situation where that doesn't mean the duel is necessarily over.
No, no.
Jeez.
This is mostly for Ava, Darvin, and Clarity, who have a little bit more experience of the dueling. No, what it doesn't mean when it's not a tag team match as far as anyone knows. It's more if for some reason Remi can't fight or won't fight before the duel begins, they send in their respective seconds.
Gotcha.
Actually,
As far, yeah, as far as this,
can Clarity
that's not entire.
can Clarity give me actually Clarity, Darvin, and Ava make me history checks. Let's just see if there's anything else you guys know. Although, in all fairness, mostly you know from Baronsveer, so the rules
Nope.
might be different here.
Any for me.
I think clarity probably has it.
Aha!
Oh, no, Ava! Holy crap! Nice, Ava.
Yeah. And that wasn't wholly in. I mean, Clarity does know there's more to it than that, depending on what kinds of rules they're dealing with. But was her area of study was in a slightly different place, so she does know that it's just that if Remi runs away, Barnabas steps in and fights, and also there's supposed to be a mechanic, or there is one in Baronsveer, where the seconds will partially adjudicate and also partially have a conversation before the duel starts to see if they can just avoid having it. But Ava knows of a few cases in the duels that actually mean something. Because for the nobility of Baronsveer, there are two kinds of duels. There's duels that don't really mean anything, it's just somebody got offended, and sometimes people are stupid. And sometimes it's we are trying to make a decision here. And in some cases, and you'd have to ask whether this is one of those cases, but there have been a couple of cases in Ava's experience that if. So Remi's partly right that if Remi does lose this fight, they might be able to ask if the seconds can fight to even it out. Not sure if it'll work that way, but given that this is supposed to be something that is helpful to Remi as the quasi-successful plaintiff in a case. So it's possible that they might, if Remi doesn't win, they might be able to get Barnabas to face off against Jessamy, who's tag second.
All right.
No, wait, in character. In.
So, yeah, well, it doesn't. Go ahead.
Well, from what I remember from Remi's partly right, maybe. Rules might be slightly different here. But if she ends up unable to fight, they might be able to get Barnabas to step in, but it's more if Remi's like, no, I'm not doing this after all, and say runs, which no, you won't, I know.
Mhm.
Then it would be up to Barnabas to step in.
And also, I think in some places that the seconds might try to negotiate in a little bit right before the fight to solidify terms and to make sure and to see if, hey, maybe there's a last-ditch effort that we can resolve this without the fight, but usually it doesn't really
At this
happen.
point, I'm not sure
Yeah,
if
good luck.
we'll be able to, but
Yeah.
worth a try.
Yeah, it's worth trying.
Also Barnabas is also a different kind of intelligent. I haven't seen Jessamy. I mean, Remi was looking for Jessamy, but didn't see anyone who looked like they might be them. It might do well to look at the sort of person that Tagg chose for his second, just because of the amount of pull somebody who's that trusted has with the captain. Actually, can all of y'all, assuming Barnabas says that,
He
that
does.
part, I'll leave it for now. I'd normally ask for IC, but I'll leave it for now. I'd like you all to make an insight check. Yeah,
22s.
it's yeah, a lot of 22s. It's funnily enough, it's only Ava and Clarity, the ones who knew all the academic stuff about the duels, who don't get this. Tagg is one of the ones who is legitimately trying to protect the Protector Aasimar. You've seen that much. Generally speaking, somebody who is being that protective is not going to try not to be cruel, unless somebody is who's much less concerned with people's well-being is making an effort to convince him that it's for their own good, while not while being an asshole, basically. So for those of you who, well, basically everybody but Clarity and Ava, it's entirely possible that while Tagg still needs to be talked to, somebody, either Jessamy or somebody like her, might be the reason that it's got so nasty now. So yeah, definitely being able to talk to her would be great. Just to see where knives really need to go if it comes to that.
Mhm.
So why do I get the feeling that the one who's his second is pushing all of his trauma buttons all the time?
For Hazel and Darwin in
Possibly.
particular, for Hazel and Darwin in particular, it's it's the formerly Baron, now King Langerhan with his seneschal all over again. Possibly.
Oh crap! Now I'm getting flashbacks and
Yeah,
starting to
Hazel,
wonder what
this
else has managed to
this
crawl in here while we weren't looking.
Well, no, it can't be that because anti-magic field.
yeah, it can't be that far, but
You
yeah,
mean Tag would be
But it
being
still might be an
manipulated
yeah,
by his
Hazel,
agent.
second?
this
Is that what you're thinking?
Well, it'll be certainly interesting talking
more
to
just that dynamic.
see
It's
if we're
not
right.
like he would have. It's not like he would have chosen someone that was going to contradict him.
That's true.
Yeah, but it's
Not
not so
right.
much that they'd be contradicting him in this case. It's more like this one might be making him worse.
Egging him on.
Like
Hmm.
pretending.
Yeah, egging
He's
him on.
already
Oh, you have
act up,
to.
and I already
And Faraday's like, I think Hazel phrased it best, pushing his trauma buttons.
Is
Not
very possible.
not even so
Mhm.
much egging, but
That is very possible.
I know that it when bad things happen, you get if people poke you about that one thing in a bad way. I mean, I remember when those filth dogs, I didn't exactly make the best fight decision at that point. And
Yeah, well, look at me when it comes to my
and
sister.
and Aaron, you were
Sigwald.
calling it. Well, no, it was from what I heard from Sigwald. It was you didn't have that much trauma. It was Aaron who did.
Mm.
I heard the
No, no,
one
no,
where
no.
you yelled at him.
Sigwald. That one. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you yelled at Aaron about.
Speaking of pushing people's buttons the wrong way.
Yeah, but all anybody would need to do is know the right way to make the wrong comment, because they know how he'd react.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and instead of shutting down, like some people would, certain elves would, Tag just gets punchier
Well,
and crazier.
like Fireball. I did not think that through very well. It's just really good that I can make sure you don't get as hurt by it, but I wasn't really thinking about that either. It was just, it's there. I
Boom.
need to hit it as hard as possible. Go away!
Which is perfectly understandable.
Yeah, but working on it, I don't think Tag's being given the chance to, though.
Well, it's definitely something to keep in mind.
Well, that's why it would be good to be able to talk to the second, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What if they're not willing, though?
Well,
Then
they
they're not
have
willing.
to,
Well,
right?
Well, if it's
Have
a
to,
if
right?
it's
they have
if
to, but
if it is a part of the duel, then they will have to. And if we ah, and if we make the right case to the the justice lady, she might be able to make that be a thing, even if it's not standard Equitas
Protocol.
Mm-hmm.
protocols. Yeah.
It'll
Well,
certainly be worth talking to her or trying to talk to her. That's what, or them. Excuse me. I'm making an assumption.
It's worth a shot.
I think it's her because of the three-syllable name. Every aasimar we've met who are girls have three-syllable names, and all the men have a
Mm,
one-syllable name.
good point. Okay.
Maybe non-binary have two-syllable names.
Hmm.
Interesting thought. Anyway, Rylan would fit in that case.
that's true.
That's unintentional. Nice.
And yeah, you get to this time it's the fearball clearing plates just because the longer arms. Would anybody like dessert? We do very good tiramisu.
No, thank you.
No thanks.
Looks at Barnabas. Do you want some to take away for later?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Yeah, I think the universal decision's probably that.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, well, if you're looking at whatever timepiece they have, you've got a good 45 minutes to kill. Good thing about pasta is it doesn't take a whole lot of time to eat.
Especially when it's good.
And when Barnabas sees the for here plates of tiramisu turn up, because I'm not entirely sure he knows tiramisu particularly well, but it's that smell of chocolate, coffee, booze, and the takeaway box was made the right call. And thankfully, it's a quite light looking dessert, and it actually is just in general a light dessert, so it's not going to weigh anybody down too much.
Right. Remi, we're gonna have this deliciousness after you kick Tad's ass.
Good plan.
And there is also coffee if anybody wants it. They they have
Yes, please.
they have Equitas they have Equitas style and they have espresso. You don't know what espresso is.
Have a tea or coffee.
There's tea.
Barnabas will have the espresso.
Doesn't know what it is, but gonna give it a try. Okay.
It's related to coffee. He doesn't know what it is. This needs to be
New
rectified.
experience.
That's entirely fair.
Me too.
Suddenly,
experience.
I'm concerned that It makes espresso in Ravnica. Oh god.
Yeah, and those of you who have opted for the espresso get little mugs.
Oh.
I may as well. I'm going in on this just out of sheer curiosity to surprise me.
I assumed because of the surprise me, yes. Then you get little mugs that smell very strongly of coffee.
Darwin just. Oh, no wonder they're so
Trying.
small.
I know what this means.
Do you sip it or take it like a shot? Hot, so maybe not a shot.
I'd imagine you're supposed to sip it.
Yes, and I would still like Barnabas has had enough coffee to not
Very
need to do this, but I would like Clarity and Hazel to make me constitution saves.
There we go. I was waiting for that one.
Darwin as well.
And yes, Darvin as
12.
well if he's having the espresso.
Yes.
My
21.
god, he's fine.
Yeah, Clarity and Darvin are fine. Hazel is vibrating. It tastes very, very good, but you know, like some drinks are just deceptively alcoholic. Well, this is deceptively caffeinated, even though it smells that strong. So it really is just.
Have I managed to get all of it down before I start vibrating?
It depends on how fast you drank it. Knowing Hazel, it went pretty fast. So yeah, it's about finished, but you notice that your hands are kind of shaking when you put the little mug down.
There's a little rattling noise starting.
Oh no.
Question.
Oh, that's good.
Is there a haste spell on me? Everything's moving a lot slower.
Might as well be.
No.
Just
Help.
you,
Help.
yeah.
It'll pass soon enough. Relax.
The Fearbulk
Man,
turns
for
up
once
and
we
goes.
need Aaron with that damn calm emotions thing he did.
The Fearbulk turns up and goes. Actually, that's going to last for at least 2 hours.
Oh boy.
I do have a solution for this.
Is it alcohol?
No.
I think that would only make things worse.
It
It's the only
isn't.
thing
It isn't alcohol. Would you like the solution, miss?
Yeah, that would probably be a good.
Actually, yeah.
This just devolves into complete gibberish.
Reaches in, grabs one of the teaspoons, reaches into apron pocket to pulls out a little jar, pops the cork with a thumb, pours a teaspoon's worth of this sort of golden-ish liquid. Open up.
I'm just complying because it already seems like he's moving in slow motion, so I kind of want this to desist.
The concoction that she makes you swallow tastes like lemon balm, chamomile, and lavender. It's a really weird, herby, florally kind of a thing, but it's also sweet because she apparently uses the old the adage, which y'all don't actually know yet because it's more of an ambier saying, the whole "a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down" kind of thing. So yeah, what there's that. There's another maybe 5 seconds of vibrating, and then you're back to more or less normal.
You okay?
Puts the cork back in, puts the bottle away.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think I was seeing through time.
Hmm.
That's how you know it's the good stuff.
Pretty much, yes.
And Darwin is just looking up at the fireball with like very mild heart eyes, but still just like, thank you, I adore you, kind of expression.
This is only my evening job days. I work over at the herbal apothecary. Ambles off. Yeah, your meals come to about 8 silver apiece. You can round it up to a gold if you want to tip. Hazel might want to tip slightly more heavily because
Yes.
she was saved from 2 hours of.
And I'm still like a little jittery, even though.
No, you're not so much jittery. You're just very awake.
Yeah, very awake, and oh god, the impulses are winning.
I'm sorry, but that's not the coffee. That's just Hazel. That is Hazel's subconscious using that as an excuse
Exactly.
because the coffee is well past. But yes, she still might want to extra tip the fair bulk.
Definitely doing that.
Barnabas will as well, just because, damn, that was good.
Yeah, we'll tip.
I'm sure that Barnabas is very serious about if he's going to retire, and it's going to be here.
If he can't get home, Ambir.
Very fair.
And honestly, and so he hasn't said it yet. Some part of his head goes, "Would it be really so bad if you can't get home? Would you want to just retire here anyway, if you can?" I mean,
And that's the thing. I imagine that's been kind of a thought, given at least my parents know I'm okay.
mm-hmm.
Witness
Yeah.
the ultimate food critic for all of Ambia right here.
That wouldn't be a bad way to spend your retirement years.
He'd be a terrible food critic, though. It's like, this is good. This is good. This is great.
I could learn to be more critical.
It's not even
Right?
it's not so much that you need to be critical, it's just be more you need to describe what you like about it. And I have a feeling that the only reason he hasn't been doing that from Farida is that he's been trying to spare us 2 hours of flavor notes.
If he's as meticulous in that as
Well, yeah, that's what
his
I mean.
previous occupation would have been, then yeah, thank you for saving us from that much.
I'm not an idiot. I know none of you would really want to hear an extended dissertation on the mouthfeel, but
Farida.
These two ladies.
You're looking at
what
at
it's
least
called.
two people.
That's what it's called. I did not name that. That's
Have
not a
you met
pun,
these
and I
two
did not.
We weren't judging. We were
I mean,
curious.
I'd at least give
Okay,
you a
I
listen.
wasn't judging.
I both
I'd
love and hate you guys.
dissertation on food.
I mean,
I'd take notes.
Of course you would.
I've had worse lessons.
and the
But
thing
it
is,
was
Raised by
my
halflings.
algebra.
That's
if
all
you-
I'm gonna say.
if you go descriptive-y, then we all know the notes that we like, so that we can look for them in different things later.
Hmm.
But you need the words to describe them.
And we know more what you like.
That too.
All right.
Oh, I bet Twilly would love dissertations about the
Oh
mouthfeel.
boy.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Case in point.
Oh,
That would be fun.
speaking of things to do when all is said and done and we are celebrating.
Mhm. Kids would probably
I
find it
mean,
very
further down
entertaining as
than
well.
just this, but you get what I mean.
We get what you mean.
Well, it's also a good distraction for in between times.
Mhm.
But
Peace.
yeah, Twilly is a scholar and a cook. You think she wouldn't
Mm.
want to hear?
I think she'd be fascinated.
She would absolutely. Good point.
And it would make it a lot easier for her to try her own versions of the things that, and she could share with the kids.
Oh man.
Rummages around in bag and pulls out a moderately inexpensive little notebook and hands it to Barnabas. Just for notes. Food notes. Get you
God,
started.
thank you.
Mostly because I want to read them later.
So yeah, that's gonna lead to any future instances of Hearth Home kids being even more into food than even me, which you've all seen what keeps happening every time we get served anything.
Mhm.
Well, it might be helpful. Might be helpful for Dawn. I think she's the only one that hasn't figured out what she wants to do yet. I know she gets a little about that because you've got Mello with the animals and Ramas, who apparently wants to be a ranger or a bard. We're not sure, and Candor definitely wants to be a ranger on the foraging and things side, and Oscar and Zana obviously have big plans, and Evan wants to be sneaky for a living, and when even the pixie is trying her hand at cookery, art, and interior design, might just help her to encourage a thing. That's all. It looks at Ava. I bet that if you found her a cookbook, that would help, because cookbook and coming from you.
Oh, that's actually a brilliant idea.
I bet they have all the cookbooks here.
Oh, sure. Definitely. But I have to wait.
Yeah.
Leave time is short.
Yeah. By now you've got to. I mean, you're not going to have to rush or anything, but it's probably about time to head in that general direction. And it's also approximately break time, so when we come back, we will begin whatever seconds do and duel. All right, and we are back, headed in the general direction of the Aasimar settlement, just to do the duel. Yeah, when you get to the gates, you still have the two individuals on the outside, and but also standing there, apparently waiting for you, is the little gnome justice lady. I've been appointed arbiter for this particular situation. Is there anything that needs bringing up before you go in there?
What exactly is the second's duty in this circumstance?
Well, because you are the ones making the complaint, uh, you get what I can only refer to as a second chance.
Mm-hmm.
If Paladin Crestwind loses, you can opt to duel Lieutenant Jessamy. That would be a little problematic. Not from my point
Why?
of view. Uh, Captain Tagg has some very specific martial abilities. Lieutenant Jessamy is a little bit more along the lines of your tiefling friend, I think, and is a little bit more enamored of doctoring weapons with substances than
Uh,
anything
Mm.
else.
Is that legal?
It's how she fights, so technically, she could argue that it is, provided that it stops at outright killing.
you'll have to be careful, Barnacus, because I don't think your echo would work, would it?
That's
And it does not work right now.
But also, particularly in a situation like this where, frankly, this is all about resolving a conflict, seconds can speak and see if a compromise can be made.
So I'm hoping to try.
yeah.
I'll talk to her. I don't really see a way to compromise for what we want, but I'll definitely give him a chance to put, for wisdom to take over.
Just Lieutenant Jessamy's a she.
Gotcha.
You said him.
My bad.
Please don't do that to her face. She would not like it very much.
Absolutely not. I do apologize.
That's more warning for you than my expecting an apology. Some people get a little touchy. Anyway, is anything else?
Out of curiosity, where does this conversation have to be?
On the dueling ground.
Crap.
Why?
I figured we wouldn't be allowed in the area anyway.
This means there's no way to offer any sort of support for any of us. Because all of our effects, all of our abilities are magical on some level.
And that's kind of the point here, so
Exactly.
that's fine.
I mean, honestly, it makes a certain amount of sense if you're trying to convince
Gotta be an
the
even playing field.
well, yes, I mean, if you were thinking of using certain charm effects to make your persuasive efforts more likely, I mean that would be illegal anyway. But this is just removing the temptation.
Yeah. I would, for the sake of just being completely forthright with it, and for me, it would have been offering my god's guidance.
No.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
I mean, it's a little unfortunate because the sheer nature of the opponents, but I don't think their celestial forebears are actively helping them fight in any particular sense. Not under the anti-magic field anyhow. So. Was that everything?
Mm-hmm.
I believe so.
Very well. And steps up. We are here for the scheduled duel. Because I know Hazel would generally ask about this kind of thing. She's the one who always does. Can Hazel make me an insight check?
Yeah. 18.
Yeah, the expressions on the faces of the outside guards are nervous, sympathetic, almost pitying.
Okay.
But they open the gates. Y'all going in?
Mm-hmm.
Remy does not
Yep.
look at them at all, and she marches in.
That's the thing. I didn't figure that Remi would, but you have to tell
Just
me.
looking
Sorry, go
to the
ahead.
guards on the way in.
Yeah, they still got that. Oh boy, oh shit. Look,
Do you really think this is right? And
That's the
I'm
problem we have at the
just
moment.
heading in.
well,
Oh, you're talking about
yeah. And when all y'all are in, the doors shut, and it's Rylan with the higher passive perception, who notices that they are. I mean, you wouldn't have necessarily noticed this when you first came in because you've only been in the once. But now you're noticing that they're shutting the. They're barring the doors with a fairly heavy iron bar that apparently ratchets into place on the wall edges. And the sound of it. You're not sure, but because you're not really used to that kind of mechanical thing, but it sounds wrong somehow. Not entirely sure how. Hand of Fate was not kind to you. But yeah, now you're starting to notice that yeah, they're keeping people in pretty hefty here. And stepping into the general area, they've set up kind of by the spot where the marketplace kind of edges into one corner of the tower. This sort of the kind of place where when you see the benches, people generally, if they're picking up a snack or something from the market, they'll just sit there, looking at the apparently looking at the tower as a welcome change from looking at the walls. There are signs that things have not been going overly well here. There's a couple of younger Scourge Aasimar, the sort of private corporal kind of whatever novice guards they have, uh, scrubbing what appears to be semi-rotted produce and egg off the walls. There doesn't seem to be anything unfortunately violent happening yet, but some of the Protector Aasimar are watching you guys approach with a mixture of hope and oddly annoyance. Not so much directed at you, it's just they're kind of pissed and you guys get some of the fallout because you turned up and then you went away and nothing happened. Except things got worse for them. So they don't know what's going on. They just know that now you're walking in and there's a fairly solid contingent of Scourge Aasimar standing not quite between the Protector Aasimar and the spot that's apparently given over to the duel, but close enough that if the Protectors attempt to interfere or something, they'd be able to step in and make that shit stop. In the midst of all of that, I'll use this for the time being, assuming that it actually... Where did you go? Oh. Right. Still have no idea where the token went. Hello? Point? No? Why are you doing this to me? No, that doesn't work either. Why are you not putting down my tokens?
Swear to God, it's like every other week they change how you are supposed to click on them. It's
Yeah, there we go. Sort of, I think. And you're not that big, sir. That'll do for tag. No, I actually have to click on the thing, which is aggravating it in the extreme, but never mind. Yep. And yeah, standing next to Captain Tagg is tall but slender. Hair is on the darker end of red, not quite auburn, almost the color of the hair of Hazel's mother and Hazel's mother's twin.
oh, that's getting a look.
You're looking, Hazel. Make me a religion check. Nah, you're
And
too distracted by the Hazel being Hazel about things.
yeah, too blinded by abject fury rising up again.
Mm-hmm. The the little cleric steps into the middle and says, "The plaintiffs have requested the right of negotiation for the seconds." Tag is just very well. And yeah, Jessamy, the one with the hazel mother hair, she's small. She's tall-ish, but she's wiry.
Mhm.
When she steps up to Barnabas, who I'll put down, I guess, and he doesn't tower over her, but muscle mass, he's nearly twice as wide. And she looks up at him just because he's he's the one who invoked the right of negotiation, so she's letting him start.
Figured we'd give you one chance to have the captain pull his head out his ass and avoid all this.
Um, I'm sorry, we're going to have to drop the colloquialisms for just a moment. Why exactly do you think he suffers this retrocranial impaction?
Oh, I mean, if he doesn't want to fight this and lose, he'd best produce Alistair immediately. I understand that everything about his black gunk has got him scared, but
He
wisdom would.
Wisdom would say that when a fighter steps up against a paladin, it's the one who's not relying 100% on their god for the added ability suite, who
Oh,
is going to take the poor end of that. So I wouldn't be quite so convinced she's going to win. Why would it be wisest to hand over this individual who you are dragging across 98,000 miles of soul taint?
because she clearly doesn't want to be held here by the likes of him and you. Unless you're just that against personal will. You'd had to clip her wings and sedate her for crying out loud. That doesn't seem wrong to you?
That's the thing. Some people really just don't know what is good for them.
And what gives
Your
you the right to make that decision?
intelligence.
Oh.
Intelligence would be telling me in your little friend there's position that maybe she doesn't want to fight someone who isn't relying on smite.
You've kidnapped her wife.
We did no such thing. This is theft that's being decided here.
Semantics.
But she entered this place of her free will. We're apparently admitting that now. And what happens after that? Well, we haven't heard any specific complaints. And she hasn't technically attempted to leave the settlement. Out of character, technically she really hasn't, because she's been trying to actually inspire the people, because that was kind of her job. So
Fine.
I do hope the two of you take losing far more gracefully than you're taking any of our gubernatorial decisions. Was there anything else?
No.
So we're still doing this.
Yes. Yes, we are.
You don't want to try to talk her into backing out of this?
No.
You see, this is why we don't necessarily listen to the headstrong, but as you like. And the steps back off towards Captain Tagg for a muttered conversation. Swoop. And we'll put Remi down too. She'd be sort of back there. And so, yeah, Barnabas, Nope.
It was worth a shot.
That's a self-righteous one right there. Thinks she knows better than everybody else.
Nothing to be done of it now.
You got this, Remi. Kick his ass.
Thanks. And that's the plan.
And the Justice Gnome. So he goes, all right. Since the duel is apparently taking place, meet in the center of the space. Tagg steps forward. I'm assuming Remi. She's going to have to back up over there because
Are we watching from the distance or?
I'm going to assume you're around where Barnabas is. I'm just not going to put you there yet because you're not.
Gotcha.
Facing away from each other. 10 paces, turn, and begin. Which is 5, 10, 5, 10. And I would like Remi to roll initiative. Okay, so that's... because of course he does. Pen, right? So we'll call it an even 130. Okay. All right. So Tagg 5, 10, 15, 20. going to start with expending a die on, well, let's see if we hit with the first one. Sorry, your AC now is?
20.
Okay, so that's, no. Okay, so we're going to blow a superiority die. Can you make me a strength saving throw, please? Oof. Yeah, on the first attack, Tagg literally slaps your shield out of your hand. Bonus action, kicks it 10 feet away. And now we go for damage. So that's 2d6 plus a 110 superiority die. That's 19 points of slashing damage with a great sword. That's attack number 1. Attack number 2. And now you're down to... Your shield gives you what tier AC? I think it's...
2.
Yeah, so now you're down to AC 18. Ah, shit. At least we're not using superiority die anymore, so that's another 9 points of slashing damage, and... Oh, come on. You're being incredibly mean. That's a little better. 4 points of slashing damage. So basically, whaps your shield out of her hand and... with greatsword.
Okay.
Remi, it is now your go.
Alright. Swing with 2 hands then.
Okay. Okay. Yep, that's fine. Second attack. No. That misses.
You still have the choice to end this before more people get hurt.
And actually, you saying that is a perfect opportunity for him to use riposte. Oh yeah, that's gonna hit. Yeah, if you miss, you roll to make an attack against the opponent, and that definitely hits. So, damage roll again with superiority die. That's 13 points of slashing damage. So you still have a chance to end whap. Bonus action?
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think so. And you haven't picked up your shield, so... Because you're probably trying to avoid the opportunity attack. So, attack number 1... shit. 4 points of slashing damage. Attack number 2... Misses, thankfully. Attack number 3... Also misses. I think you're madly parrying at this point. Okay, your go. That hits. Roll damage. Okay. Alright. That does not hit. Unfortunately, a feat I took makes him kind of nasty in that regard. Bonus action?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah. And still not going to try picking up the shield.
I'm pretty sure it's an action to don it, so
No.
it's not worth the effort. It's
No,
not?
picking up... Armor, it would be. Armor, you'd need a few minutes. But according to rules as written, picking up a dropped weapon or shield isn't an action or a bonus action. But
Okay.
we've gone through now, so you'll have a chance next turn. Okay, so shit. 5 points of slashing damage. 6 points of slashing damage. 7 points of slashing. You know you're supposed to be random, right? Okay, your go.
All right, she'll go grab the shield.
Attack of opportunity. Shit. 8 points. Random!
She will let out a very ragged roar.
Okay, so yeah,
Nope.
yeah, well, that's where your shield was, so you had to move over there, so. Yeah, oh, no, yeah, no, that doesn't
She
hit.
then moves back. Nope.
Oh, so you came back into range, and yeah, no, you've entirely missed both times. Damn it. Okay, apparently when I build a fighter, I build a fighter. That misses. That does not. 8 points of slashing damage again. And that misses. Okay, so we're good. All right. Remy's go.
Nope.
Oh, definitely not.
There we go.
That's better.
Okay, so that's... Okay. He's still looking quite well, as it happens. So... that hits, and we're going to blow another superiority die. Remy, can you make me a strength saving throw, please? You've learned this time. You managed to keep hold of your shield just about, but you still take 6 points of slashing damage. That misses. Ooh, crap. 4, 5, 8. 10 points of slashing damage.
She's at 4 HP.
It's your go.
Your forebearer should be ashamed of you.
There's a snort that's probably Jessamy behind.
Nope.
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 Oh dear. That misses. That misses. Fuck. Yeah, given that this is to the knockout, in the end, when Remy says that, it's a couple of slashes against the shield to distract her, and then boom, upside the head with the pommel, and Remy is unconscious.
EM.
Mm.
Given we're in the anti-magic field, if I try to feel the connection, I don't think I would be able to try any divine intervention or anything from here, would I?
Currently, I'm gonna need to think about that, but currently, the first thing you need to do is magic won't work, healing potions won't work, you still have medicine.
Mm-hmm.
And Remy is unconscious and bleeding a lot.
Yup.
That is priority
Ouch.
1.
Yep, that's priority one. I just wanted to get the other bit out of the way so that it didn't come up at an inconvenient time.
Yeah, so
Yep, because I'm going to head forward almost immediately.
I'd probably go help.
well, you can't help that much because it's only Hazel with the medicine proficiency,
Sure.
and I think you've got a feat that actually lets you do more than just stabilize her.
Yeah, this one. Because I believe stabilization is a medicine check.
Yeah. Basically, if you succeed, you get her to 1 hit point. If you fail, you just get her to 1 HP. If you succeed, you get
26.
which, yeah. So,
How many hit dice you got, Remi?
13.
Six. Get 21 HP back from me basically going, you are not allowed. Bleed out.
It's weird.
Here.
You guys are so used to seeing Hazel just no dying that watching her wield bandages and salves and probably actually stitching a couple of places. But after a few minutes, Remi is conscious and in a great deal of pain. But
Remi grunts.
And I'm just after I basically prop Remi up somewhat, I'm just looking around at basically everyone present, and particularly looking at the protectors in the back with a look that just reads, "This is okay."
yeah, that's the thing. You made a fairly good insight check, so I'll hold to that for now. Um, some of the protector aasimar just look incredibly fucking pissed. Most of them, however, look incredibly disheartened.
I'm not sure how much my voice would carry in this context, or if anyone else is
We're not
planning on to do
done.
anything.
First of all, I know we're not done, but Darvin, this might be a good time.
Yeah. Seeing all this and hearing Barnabas say, "We're not done," Darvin steps forward, pulls a few sheets of paper out of a pocket, goes to look at him and looks up, fuck it, shred, just rip, chuck. No, that's how they tell these stories in taverns, and this is not a tavern story. This is real. So look, Tagg, you can't run or hide from this shit. It's out there and it's eaten a lot of places, but you won't listen when we tell you we have cleansed places. Yeah, I know, it's different for an aasimar soul. I get that. But we have done the impossible more times than I can literally count right now. And we can do it again. Paylor's, one of his primary frickin' servants, came to us, told us the aasimar are needed. And to let them live their life how they want to live it. And we, who do the impossible, more times than drunks do shots. So sit down, shut up, and let these people live. For fuck's sake, maybe they'll fight, sure. But maybe they'll just protect orphans. Fine. I don't care. This is bullshit, and people deserve to live in the world rather than being stuck in a cage like a goddamn songbird. You know what happens to a songbird when you keep it in a cage? It doesn't fucking sting.
I would like you to make
Looks
me a
over at Barnabas.
I would like you to make me a persuasion check.
Yes. One moment. That's a 17.
Okay. Tag does actually seem to be, for once, listening.
I'm keeping an eye on Jessamy.
Make me a perception check.
How is she reacting? 20.
Yeah. I mean, you're focused on Jessamy's face. You'll probably stop focusing on Jessamy's face when Tag goes a fairly horrific shade of pale, staggers, and falls to the ground, frothing at the mouth.
Moving from Remi to Tag.
And here we go.
Just how effed is this guy from what must have been, at the very least, somehow gotten onto Remi's sword?
Well, make me a medicine check. You can't really tell. You know something is very wrong, very bad. But
Remi
you don't
readies her sword.
you don't know what it is. You just know that by the time you've actually got there to look at him, he's dead. And Jessamy is looking at you all like, who was it who was talking about, shame? I didn't think your fighting style involved that sort of thing.
Would I have heard the bit about her being the one who tends to put stuff on weapons?
At this point, I'm going to say no.
Well, shit.
You've
You're a
killed.
coward. And you're outnumbered.
And
I'm
looks at
already
the
aiming at her with my.
looks at the other Scourge Aasimar who are drawing weapons.
Daggers are out.
I don't want to hurt you, but I will.
I do.
She gives a gesture.
Poison.
She gives a gesture, and about half the Scourge Aasimar who pulled weapons don't come for you.
Oh no.
They start going for the protectors. And very few of them
Dash
can
to
fight back.
bonus action dash to move and dash to try to intercept some of them.
There's a lot of them, and we're going to be more or less moving to initiative at around about this point. So let me put people in places. 'Cause I wasn't entirely sure where this was going to go, but it seems to have gone here, so there we are. Yeah, this Ava would have stepped forward to there. Hazel was over with Tag there. Rylan kind of over there someplace. Probably Farida right next to Darvin would have stepped sort of up on Remi's other side because the Tag yelling actually probably a little bit further up. Barnabas would have moved similarly, so we'll put you guys there. Rather than Ava, Clarity, and Ava, Barnabas, Clarity, Darvin, Hazel, Merlin. Yep, okay, and unfortunately, there's too many of them to really put a whole bunch of them there, but let's just find something that'll more or less work. Okay, so
Yeah,
I know. This is not
I
my.
hadn't seen that earlier.
Yeah, this is not.
Big butt.
Wasn't prepared for it to point into existence like that.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're all gonna point kind of large because the only way I can do it is from the little window, and it seems to be bringing them in fairly large. I'm gonna have to make these into, well, effectively mob groups rather than actual mobs. You know, each individual. At least in part because some of the Scourge Aasimar are looking more shocked than anything else. Like, what the fuck are you people doing? So, I would like now repeated all of y'all to roll me some initiative.
Why?
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of
11. Oh boy.
3.
Fruit. So
That's, we'll give them an average. Jessamy. Yeah, okay. So, my God, what is it with the like? I got two 15s and a 14. So that's, oh Christ. 15 is, oh, and I forgot to roll for Farada. Great. Wonderful. Well, the likelihood of her being at the top of the initiative order is, yeah, no. Christ. So, 'Right, okay. And at the very top of the round is, unfortunately, Jessamy, because we have a rogue among us. Whoop.
Yeah. Can't even tell what class this one is because it reads either as assassin or thief.
Oh god, and everybody's +1s are gone for your armor
Mm-hmm.
and your weapons. Thankfully, the gun still works, but I would not use ash or anything that looks particularly glassish or sparkly because that's things might break. It might be a thing. So, Hazel, what is your AC? Keeping in mind that your magical armor isn't.
It's 15.
Oh dear.
Yeah, my AC is still and has been ass for a long while.
So that's 3. And make me a con save.
That's a 7.
Shit.
No. Does that mean my cloak of displacement doesn't work either?
Yep.
Yeah, boy.
Yes.
Wonderful.
So that's 3 points of slashing and 9 points of poison damage. Attack number 2. Shit. And I'm sticking with the con saves. That's 1 point of slashing and 15 points of poison damage.
So 15. So wait. 15 more?
15 poison damage on top of the 1 additional slashing for attack number 2.
Oh, so 1 more slashing and then 15 on top of that.
And bonus action, she's going to disengage and sort of start blending into that whole sort of situation, which is entirely fine because and currently you've got Scourge Aasimar, some fighting the Scourge Aasimar that are trying to slaughter the Protectors, and some of the Protectors trying to fight back. So that's... Oh, and that's not going very well for the Protector Aasimar. Darvin!
Oh.
Darvin, seeing all this, is just he just shouts. He's rapier pulled, shouts for Alice, and just charges the nearest group of Scourge that are fighting, that are trying to get to the Protector Azamar, and is just gonna swing at the nearest at somebody. All right.
Sorry, I just need to
Rapier.
check and make sure that
18.
yeah, that does hit somebody, and thankfully it has hit somebody with, except we're ignoring the radiant damage. Because,
17.
yeah, because, so I need to look at your rapier right now. So that's rapier. It's not a +1, so that's fine, but the radiant damage
Yes.
is not working. So that's, yeah, you get 1. It's a thing. Remi.
Artemis, get her. And then she will go for the guards.
Right. Nope.
Yeah, that's understood. I think I have
You broke up real bad. We're into Remi's turn now. Unfortunately, your inspiration dice wouldn't work either at this point.
It's 1.
fine.
No.
No. I think I had 2 attacks, but it's fine.
Sorry. You kind of froze up, so. Anyway, yeah, no, sorry, Remy, that misses. You're having a bad day.
Yeah, it's fine.
That definitely does hit. Roll damage. Yeah, and another one from that bunch goes down.
She will use her shield master feat to shove the next nearest guard.
Okay, and that's you know what?
Athletics check.
You know, most of these don't have class level, so I'm just gonna say you succeed. So fuck it,
Okay.
because that's one. There's much more than one. Clarity.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the nearest guard.
Point.
I'm going to use the button for Ash. I'm not using Ash. I'm going to be using a regular dagger, but Ash doesn't have any pluses to things, so
Okay, no, that's
easier.
fair. That's fine.
Okay. So first attack. Oh wait, no. First, bonus action, insightful fighting.
Okay. Clicky to remind me. It's been a while since we've had any kind of combat.
Yeah. Do the thing. Here we go.
Okay. So that's insight versus deception check.
There. Yes.
Okay. So roll an insight.
23.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you'd have advantage anyway because you can just Remy's got them flanked.
Okay. Oh, I wasn't sure which one it was that I was going to.
Well,
so.
I'm just saying the whole bunch is there, and given that Remi was engaging the first one that was available, Remi is within 5 feet of basically a whole bunch of them. So anyone in that general area would give you sneak attack regardless.
Okay. So am I still using my bonus action?
If you want to keep it for something else, I'm cool with that.
Okay. And you said I have advantage?
Well, yeah, because flanking.
Okay.
We're good.
All right. So first attack, 23.
That hits.
That is 6 piercing plus sneak attack. 11 piercing.
Yeah, given that I'm going by numbers, you've actually managed to swipe across a good couple of them just on the sneak factor.
Nice. Second attack. Whatever's
nearby. Yeah. Well, like I say, you still get the advantage because Remi is still drawing most of the attention.
26.
That definitely hits. Roll damage.
Wow.
7 piercing.
Okay. Yeah, that takes out another one. Rogues be like that.
And offhand attack.
Okay.
Bonus action.
Roll damage.
28.
What are you, a rotary blade arrangement?
Yes, actually. Oh.
3.
Yeah, no, that doesn't kill anybody, but that significantly hurts some people. I should flag up the Hazel. If you can't attune to that axe, you're probably not strong enough to lift it.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so so I'm now encumbered on top of everything else.
Well, I mean, you could. I assume you could stick it in your bag of holding, but I'm sure you've got another.
Bag of holding doesn't work here.
Oh yes, that's entirely true. You can drop it for the time being. Right. aasimar group number 2.
Yeah, it's strapped to me, so I'm gonna be spending a while getting that off of me.
Yeah, the group, the second bunch, kind of over in this general area. That seems to have the highest concentration of Scourge Aasimar, who are whacking former colleagues, going, "What the fuck fuck are you doing? So that whole bit has things handled. Plus, there's a weirdly there's a few of the younger contingent who are effectively getting underfoot in a let's trip people and throw rocks kind of way. So that group over there is this group in the middle is doing kind of okay. Yeah, and we'll just say that Darvin's kind of over there. Say so, Barnabas.
So is she actually where she is on the map, or is she like blending in with the crowd or something?
She's mostly blending in with the crowd. There's a fair few Scourge Aasimar between you and like
And Stabby Magoo.
yeah, pretty much.
So I don't suppose a dashling using the charger attack would be able to get there.
Probably
Or
not.
would
No.
it? Well, he can get. Oh, hang on.
I mean, he
Well,
can
he could.
he can just get there.
Yeah.
Diagonals are a thing. But it's a matter of you will have disadvantage because you're trying to shove Scourge Aasimar out of the way and make sure that you're not getting Protector Aasimar in the process.
Still worth it trying to make a swing at her.
Okay, disadvantage, and I don't think you have a regular weapon, so
I
we'll
never,
just...
I never took the regular longsword or the regular hand axe off the character sheet, so I
Okay,
still have.
okay, cool. No.
Nah, I ain't got it.
Second attack? No. You do take out a couple of you do take out, well, with a 7, one of the Scourge Aasimar, the trash mobs, let's face it.
Mhm.
But you do not get the slippery little bitch.
Try one more time. Maybe. Probably not.
Not with her AC, no. But you very significantly inconvenience another one of the
Lunatics.
that too. And I think that's the end of your...
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Rylan.
Well, I guess I'm on pretend archery duty because none of my magic's gonna work in here. I'm just doing distance. So I'm gonna run kind of out to here, and we're gonna just do some crossbow firing at Scourge Aasimar.
Okay.
That's all I got.
No, this is not good for a lot of you.
Oh,
Okay, roll
19 to
damage.
hit.
You don't kill anybody, but you vaguely inconvenience someone. And I think
And
that's
I
all
don't
you've got.
I don't even have bonus actions to do, so that's all I got.
Ava. You better pray there's more tech than magic in your magitech. You are pretty sure your specialized bullets aren't going to work.
No. Well, this side seems about taken care of. These guys are fighting sort of on our side, right?
Well, on and off. It's like basically that's the highest concentration of it's going well for the Protector Aasimar.
Okay. I can't see.
Not well. No.
I'll move a little bit. No, not there. There. Yes, for here.
Okay. Sorry, so you're going for that group?
No, the other one.
Oh, okay, got it.
Uh, I would do Conjure Barrage, but that would hit Barnabas, wouldn't it? Probably.
Also, it's magic.
And that.
Yeah, you have inconvenienced somebody. Attack number 2. That has actually killed somebody. Group number
Bonus action reload. No, is it 2 or 3 times? I forget.
2 shots, 1 reload, because we
okay,
made it
bonus.
for attack, bonus action to reload.
Right, so I shall do that.
Okay. Yeah. Group number 3. I mean, they're getting some significant inconvenience, by y'all, but they are making some significant dents in the in the Protector Aasimar population. Hazel, add a character now might be about the time to see how well your god is listening.
Yeah, that's essentially what I'm doing, because this is 100% gone to complete shit. No idea if Halo or Zerial can hear me, but I'm basically just hands gone around the amulet with the little shiny new flower in it, and I'm just basically going, Taylor, Zerial, whichever one of you can hear me. It doesn't matter, just send someone!
Okay. You get the sense that someone is faintly listening. You have been heard. You know that much. Anything else you want to try to do on your turn?
Well, can't really wield my current weapon because I've had to just I managed to get over here in the first place barely because it's basically a giant Uber backpack, so I've dropped that. And nothing. I'm stone useless. Next.
Hey, Aasimar Group 4. Yeah, you guys picking off various scourge are helping the protectors stay more or less afloat. Group number 5 is kind of even Stevens at this point. Faraday is 5, 10, 15, 20, getting as close as she dares. And anybody who's struggling to fight, she's kind of gesturing for them to get out of the melee, get out of the melee, and asking for the scourge who are trying to protect them to just keep them off them. Guys, come on. Top of the round, Jessamy, and Jessamy's gonna start by shit. Yeah, that's a nat 20 on hide.
Oh no.
So
Ah,
yeah, so you have no idea where she's going. So I'm going to take her off the map for the moment. Not doing anything that you can aware of. It's just Barnabas is nudged past some people, and she was there a minute ago. You just have no idea where the fuck she is now. And you know she can't have disappeared because no magic here.
she's just really sneaky.
Rogue. Group number 1. Yeah, it's really not going well for the Protector Aasimar group number 1. Darvin!
Darwin is just shouting things like, you're attacking your own chargers. This is bullshit. Just, and various things along those lines.
Yes.
Trying to, yes, I know his magic won't work, but he's just trying to put as much oomph into that as possible, even though there's no oomph.
Yeah, I mean,
Just- it's just that
mostly what he's
about the whole thing.
mostly what he's getting is a sore throat, but it's good practice. So it's like, God, I got to start speaking from the diaphragm,
Yeah, basically, as well as still,
swinging away.
yeah, as well as still swinging. So that's going to be both attacks. So I'll just 1.
Nope,
That's a 10.
that misses.
2. That's
That-
a 24.
That hits. So you miss once and manage to skewer somebody again on the second go. Remi.
Remy closes her eyes. Zerio. And then she does not wait for an answer. Swings at another guy.
Okay, that definitely hits. Roll damage. You've taken out another one. Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
And
That
then
that
she
gets
will,
that gets 2 people.
And then she'll try to smash another one away with her shield.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna let you have that because we don't have anybody with with class levels. I'm gonna let this run a little bit more just to give some people something to do until the thing happens. Clarity.
Okay. I'm assuming I'm engaged with people.
You're in the middle of a melee of
Okay.
no small matter.
Bonus action, disengage, and I would like to go here next to Hazel and hand her my crossbow.
Okay, cool.
Actually here, and then after handing her off the crossbow, I would like to do the other 5 feet to engage with
Boink.
some.
Yeah, you can have Barnabas. You can have Barnabas flanking people instead of Remi flanking people.
Sweet.
So you still get
okay.
sneak attack. So
Great.
go off.
Um,
And actually, that's good because that's where most of this is going really bad for the Protector Aasimar is happening.
good. Okay, first attack. 17.
That definitely hits. Roll damage. Yep.
Piercing.
Stab somebody.
With 12. Sneak attack.
Yeah, that takes out another bunch of the mob.
Second attack. 24. And 5 piercing.
That significantly inconveniences does not end anybody.
And that's my turn.
Okay, group number 2. Actually, group number 2 is going to start swinging at you people. Okay, so what, Barnabas and Clarity, what is your AC?
17.
It's with -1 because of the
Yeah.
our armor doesn't work. So 16.
Clarity is fine. Barnabas is that's 3. 11. That's a total of 16 points of slashing damage as people start turning on the very large Minotaur. But they're not, the ones that are attacking you are not attacking the other Aasimar, so the Aasimar protectors the Protector Aasimar are actually doing a fair bit better now. Because some of them are stabbing you. Speaking of which, it's your turn.
Well, I'm assuming I'm not at disadvantage if I'm just start swinging at the hostile Scourge Aasimar,
Exactly.
right?
It was because you actually took out a couple of the Scourge Aasimar, it's just you weren't hitting your desired target.
Right. All right. Well, then we're going to start swinging, and we're also going to action surge to do so I can turn into the blender again.
Would you have advantage because I'm flanking?
honestly, I keep reading various things where people say some have it, some people say that everybody has advantage. Some people say not so much. So I'm going to say no for the time being, just because it's close quarters. And while Clarity is more stabby, stabby, sneaky, sneaky, everything close in, Barnabas is kind of
Swinging. Yep.
squished.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're
Great.
squishing me. They're making a very bad mistake by trying to squish me.
But straight attack rather than disadvantage, so you're good.
All right, well, that's 6 of them, so here we go.
Yep. Nope.
Nope.
Whew.
Hell yeah.
But still oddly, because the damage wasn't great, only takes out one of them. So that's 3. Keep going. Yep.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Ooh.
I'm gonna roll the hand of fate on this one.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Doesn't the natural 20
Take
Yeah,
it a
no.
protector, Aasimar.
No, actually, I rolled the hand of fate on this, and
No.
Clarity, you're taking the 11 slashing damage.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but in the end, it probably is better you than Protector
I was
Aasimar,
gonna
because
say,
they
That's fine with
definitely
me.
don't have class levels. And last one,
Mm.
yes, Barnabas is swinging, and then it's only after he does that last one that he realizes that ow is a very familiar voice.
Shit, sorry.
Rylan,
Doing flashbacks to Thunderwave.
shut up. Rylan, sorry.
Yeah, Q. I
Okay.
have one thing.
Sorry.
Ah, there you go.
All right, I'll take
Yay.
it. Cool.
Nice.
7
Yeah,
fortune.
you did not just inconvenience somebody this time. It's sort of it sort of zoops past Darvin's ear and sort of thunks itself in the forehead of one that was actually about to go be stabbing at Darvin. So he just sees his opponent and then poof, thud.
Darwin just goes, thank you.
Ava.
It's like, I don't know who I'm shouting at. He just goes, thank you.
Ava.
Well, out of character, I don't have work tomorrow, so you can run as long as you need. I shall. Well, there's not much else I can do. I guess. Shoot. Well, Are there, how? Is there still a lot of people around Barnabas and Clarity?
There's enough.
Okay. Well, I'll shoot at one of them then. First hit.
Yep, that actually goes through a couple of people.
Second go. Oh God.
Yeah,
Oh,
that also goes through a couple of people. When they say to whom it may concern, they mean it!
Oh yeah.
When did this become wanted? When did we serve bullets?
Okay.
And bonus action. Reload.
Number 3. Huh, well, there you go. Group number 3, this group in the middle, is the kids. A fair few of the kids are following Faraday, going, guys. A few that haven't, and a couple of incredibly pissed off adults have managed to subdue various of the Scourge Aasimar, and well, they haven't necessarily killed anybody. You don't think? There are adults effectively sitting on these people to keep them from getting up again, and children basically grabbing anything to hand, be they rocks, fruit, some ill-defined
Something
wad, some ill-defined wad of tissue that somebody's been sneezing in, and they're chucking them at the
Hey,
Wave of garbage.
Hazel,
Oh god,
um,
chaos.
you do still have the sense that you have been heard. Remi has been heard. Something is about to happen, you know that, but you also have a crossbow.
Well, shit's hitting the fan particularly badly. Where?
Um, just over there, actually, because these guys are focusing on that one, and this one, whether it's because they managed to sneak past or because they got, like, slaughtered, there's not a whole lot of Protector Aasimar left over there.
Well, at the range, so I'm gonna just try and stop them from gravitating elsewhere.
You have inconvenienced someone.
That's it. Yep.
Okay, group number 4. That's not going well for anybody. Group number 5. Oh dear. And Faraday is still guys, with the allied Scourge Aasimar falling more than protectors because they are actually trying to protect these non-fighters. Which point, 2 things happen in moderately quick succession. There is a roar, a rather loud one, and a very large golden dragon lands on top of the tower, reaches down with a talon, and rips through a particular chunk of masonry, which I think Rylan is the one with it's the what do your elf eyes see bullshit. Very, very faintly, you can just about see that there's a line of runes about where the anti-magic field stops on the tower. So said gold dragon has landed on the roof and disrupted the runes. At which point, y'all's magic returns. The
My
dragon,
God, that's Paylor's music.
the
ah, God, King.
The dragon appears to be looking for a place to land, so I would suggest that Rylan move.
Yeah, no, Rylan just does like, no,
Ancients are
give him the space.
very big.
Yeah, that
And
works
as the gold dragon lands, he is joined by... Some of you have seen this individual, and most of you have not. He stands 12 feet tall, skin nearly the shade of Clarity's, but with a deep gold hair and wings that look very much like the ones Alice wears today. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Ziriel.
Clarity looks up and says, "Holy shit!"
Any other reactions before we continue?
Once
That's
split
when the
second after
credits
she
roll.
does, Barnabas looks and goes, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, Ava's kind of like,
And
Yep, Remy does a double take, but she knows not to get too distracted.
well, everybody has stopped fighting at this point. I'm just saying.
Darwin is, and Darwin looks up, sees that, and just gibberish and Bahamut. It's pretty like, yeah, because words.
Rylan, apart from nope, I need to get out of the way now.
Yeah, just like gets out of the way and is just like, what is there's a mixture of thank God we're saved, but also the expression of wait, I'm missing some context. Which one is this?
Also, I should point out that all of y'all that have magic, which I think all of y'all do, can feel it return when he took that chunk out of the masonry. Hazel reaction, because what Hazel's getting is that good enough for you? Kind of thing.
Yeah. Still trying to figure out whether I'm just going to collapse out of sheer relief that it worked, or
No, innocence hurt.
or if I'm going to
Healing.
have the presence of mind to start running into the crowds and spamming and like trying to spam heals and revivify as much as possible.
I'm gonna Hand of Fate this. Hand of Fate likes you. It's like, first of all, I cannot just collapse because I have to say thank you, and then I have to go and help some people.
David probably try and help with the healing as well.
Well, let's start with actually having an in-character Hazel reaction.
Right.
Because you kind of want to collapse, but you also really don't.
Ow to Zerial. Haste boots. And just spin around and bull rush into the crowd
Okay.
at top speed, and I'm just gonna throw as many spells as possible consecutively for as long as possible.
Okay. This is when you tell me about your spell slots. Because you cannot
My
have...
grand total of spell slots available for things like Revivify, and also resources I have for that. I've got a grand total of 6 Revivifies I can pull in short order for resources, but actual spell slots says actual spell slots in that level says 3. Can I blow higher levels for that?
I don't even know if Raw has any comment about that. Hand of Fate says yes.
Then
Just this once, yes, because the god is being with you at the moment. Because that was
grand total
even
of 6
Steven.
of those.
Yeah, the adults are basically turning around and going. You know, if you're going slow enough to at least be listening to people, start with the kids, particularly the one that fell off the fucking wall or tower, because it was the kid who was climbing the tower who died. So while
Wherever
you're
that one is, that's going to take me a while to get over there. So I'm
no,
going to save at least.
not necessarily, because while you're spamming Revivify, a couple of parents are just saying save one and come back with the kid, because unfortunately, a lot of it was kids. A couple of
Yeah.
older ones, but they're mostly going, you know, yeah, I'm going to miss my spouse, my brother, my best friend, but save the kids. And unfortunately,
Yeah,
there's more dead kids than there is revivifies.
Yeah, I have a raised dead for that though.
But we can cope with that later. But they're still like, oh yeah, of course, because the kid's gonna need raised dead. So the kid who
Yeah, the
fell off the
kid's been
tower is
dead
gonna
longer
need,
than a few minutes than a minute.
yeah. But the parents are panicking. So
Yep. I have the resources to do that. I'm just going to basically blow everything but a single 5th level. So my 7th level is going to be mass cure wounds, and I'm going to blow all but 1 charge on the staff.
Okay. So I'm going to assume that everybody who was on the verge of death is now not actively dying. But again, because adults would effectively, it would they'd need death saving throws, but that's about it. Kids have so little in the way of HP that it's very easy to double theirs and be insta-kill.
Mhm.
Thus, you've got a lot of injured, bleeding out adults, but kids was just one shot, one kill.
Makes sense.
And of course, while all that is going on, the Scourge Aasimar on the quote unquote side of the angels are effectively forcing the other ones more or less back. And while most of y'all are busy, it's Clarity, who's trying to be more observant. Again, I'm moving towards a level up. And Rylan, who's got the good passive perception, who notices that once the anti-magic field is gone and the anything magical that was supposed to happen in this place does happen, is now allowed to happen. There's more than one way for an aasimar to fall. It's not just being tainted, it's going against your responsibilities, what your forebear is telling you to do. A whole hell of a lot of the scourge aasimar that are being pushed back and taken into some kind of custody aren't. Their darker red hair goes to black. Their faces go rather paler. And it is very clear, even to Clarity, because while she's not particularly religious or faithful, her girlfriend is a cleric. Their celestial forebears are not very pleased with them right now. And when Rylan sees that, he remembers that Jessamy's hair was rather darker red than you would have generally expected from people whose hair was supposed to be flame, so she must be in about the same position.
Yeah, can I see Jessamy anywhere? I'd probably
Make me a perception check.
Remi is about to run to the tower without looking.
But she's entirely within her rights to do so. You know for a fact she is not on the field.
We gotta figure out where the hell Jessamine ran off to.
Well,
Remi is running to the tower,
Yeah. Okay.
clearly having an idea of that.
Mhm.
Or a
Oh
concern.
shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
If I see
You see Remi book it for the.
I'd probably
She
follow,
was doing that anyway, so.
I'd probably
Since-
catch on and be like, oh fuck, and follow.
Yeah, and since Remy's, since I was next to Remi, seeing Remi turn, I'll follow as best I can.
Remi will also give herself 20 points of lay on hands.
Okay.
Can I use Zephyr Strike? I move fast because it adds my movement.
You'd have to actually be attacking things.
Oh, right. Yeah,
So, in absence of anyone to hit, no.
I shall dash.
Remi will also use all her healing light as she dashes.
Okay. That's cool. That's fine. Of course, you have you don't really have any particular idea where or what floor or anything like that. So you're in the tower, and the ground floor looks empty.
Yeah, she's going up, looking for anybody inside.
Can you ring tell her where she is?
Well, Remi's apparently not listening, so I'd like Remi to make me a perception check. We can keep yours, Ava, if you're following.
Bolting upwards.
Yeah, well, it's...
I'm following as well, so I'll go ahead and... Can I go ahead and make a perception check or no?
You can, yeah, sure.
I'm gonna have to go in a few minutes.
I think this is largely going to be them,
17.
so if you have to go, then...
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Yeah, in all fairness, it's Ava who, it's mostly out of the corner of her eye, because it's out of line of sight of the stairs, but most of the doors, once you get to the floor where the anti-magic field stopped being effective, It's when you get up there, you're looking, and you see that one of the doors on that end is opened.
I tap Remi's shoulder.
Remi
Point.
skids to a halt. Goes that way.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this is taking a little while.
Oh.
It's kind of a mess in there. I mean, you can see the mess made of her wings, but that's not the entirety of the mess. Jessamine's hair has gone black, her skin has gone pale, and she is doing the display of flayed and skeletal wings. In one hand, she has a bloody knife. In the other, she has a lump of meat. You want the heart so badly? Throws it at Remi's feet. Take it.
Remi goes in swinging and screaming.
Okay. I'm assuming she's actually using her summoned sword this time.
Yes, so good to take actions.
Mhm.
She will give herself advantage.
Okay. That very definitely hits.
And she will smite at level 4.
Yeah, that's made of owl. Uh,
One more.
okay.
Oh,
Oh,
gotta say that fight.
20!
Remi angry.
Oh, yes.
holy
Ava
crap.
fucking angry. Doing it.
Okay.
Oh.
Are you
If
smiting
there were
here?
any way to
Are,
do this.
are you smiting here as
Wow.
well?
Yes.
Witness the paladin mag dump. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, crap!
Remy outright. Basically, she has one shot at this individual.
Paladin Novas, everybody.
Yeah,
Oh,
holy
This is what
yeah.
happens when a paladin goes from all resources and just dumps everything into one target.
Sweet Jesus.
For those couple of you who are still down there, what you are effectively getting is Ziriel making it abundantly clear to all those involved that the change that is about to happen is in fact a genuine one when the gigantic golden dragon turns into Governor Bahir Zet. And there, while step running and murder is happening, there is a speech about this has gone on for too long. This settlement has long ceased to be what it was supposed to be. I apologize deeply for allowing it to go as far as it did. This will be rectified. The Protector Aasimar are looking a little wary, but the Scourge Aasimar, who are still Scourge Aasimar, are basically turning around and giving some significant lectures to their fellows about if you want your flamey wings back, you're gonna have to make up for this. And in fact, a couple of those Scourge Aasimar, they've changed. Not the bad way. Instead of going dark-haired, their hair is paler, a bit more on the Alisei line. It's entirely possible they have a few more protectors just because of what they did. Not that this particularly matters to Remi, Darwin, and Ava at this point.
It was just shaking.
Yep. Remi leaves the sword in the body, and she takes out the
She
diamond
doesn't
as
know
far-
she.
what to do at this point. She just yells his name. She doesn't even know if he's gonna hear her, but
Yep, Remi knows what to do.
How far?
You're up on
okay.
like the 6th floor, so it'll take a while to get back down the stairs.
Yeah, never mind.
Yep, Remi leaves the sword in the body and rushes to Alice as she fumbles for the diamond.
Darwin is probably the only one who would even think about saying anything like this.
I'm gonna just.
But maybe you should put the heart back into the body.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's exactly what I was about to go for. And he'll literally just scoop it up and not really thinking of what he's doing because he's just in the moment. Just scoop it up, put it back.
Yep. Remi cringes significantly and puts it back.
Okay.
Zuriel,
And
let her
probably
have.
at that point, Darwin realizes what he just did and is like, fuck. Could not be in the way of Remy doing their thing. Because holy
He has
shit.
his hand and like not saying.
Let her have my strength. She will cast Revivify.
Well, of course, Zuriel being able to fit into one of those rooms is not happening. However, you do hear the sound of wings and a fairly large face peers into the window. It won't require your strength or your more physical reserves this once. And still unconscious, still coated in blood. Hand of fate. And her wings are healed. She's still out, but she's breathing. And for those of you down at the bottom, you just saw Zuriel kind of up. You can't hear her very well from like the 6th floor down to, so nobody was really going to hear you. But you three, and Clarity and Faraday obviously as well, saw Zuriel sort of fly up to a window, land back down, and my work here is done. While Behirzet is talking
Darwin
to
will
the...
press to just get his hands clean and then. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's just it looks at Behirzet talking to Lady Justice and the Scourge and some of the now Protector aasimar, the ones in the guardsmen's uniforms anyway, and looks to Hazel because those are only good for like a minute, so they'll have worn off by now.
Yeah, partway through the heal bonanza, I basically keeled over for like 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Looked back up and then continued running.
Well, that's the thing, but somewhere in the middle of the continued running, you get actually tap, because Zuriel's so tall, on the head. Tap. Tap. Stop. Waves a hand. It's fine. This once. As a thank you.
I'm very confused because I was still running around. I wasn't going up. I was...
No, because Zuriel came back down and told you to stop.
No. I mean, in the first place, the whole boots running out, that was still during me running around healing a civilian.
I know.
I wasn't going to go up.
No. He's pausing you in the healing of the civilians because he's got that covered.
Got it.
So
that I understand.
Yes, that's what I mean. So after the collapse, while you're getting back up, it's sort of tap, tap, tap on top of the head. Stop.
Yep.
It's handled. As a thank you.
just squeaking noise.
Your god is very proud. And gone.
The one thing I wanted to do as well is, oh, sorry,
Yeah, I'm just
is
gonna get at
Darwin
that,
was
having
going to
that
look
happen.
at
Recollapse.
Okay. Sorry, now Darwin, go.
Darwin was going to turn to Remi and go, Remi, can I cling? Is that okay?
Remi was busy
And
pulling Awase closer and belatedly looks up and that remembers there's blood everywhere and gives him a nod.
He was just still grasping her
okay,
hand.
and he'll start work on precipitating LSA clean and as much of the immediate area as necessary to give them at least a clean spot to just be for a little bit.
Yes, and given that Darwin is the only one who's not having a fucking panic attack, I mean, would something like lesser or greater restoration wake her up? Now that we're in a place that magic works. Because nobody seems to be trying to wake her up or giving her hit points or
I was
anything.
thinking of cure wounds. I was going to say, would I know?
Right. But-
cure wounds
But
how
well,
much
that's the thing. Some of you were probably wondering about the sleeping potion that
Oh, right.
didn't really find
Yeah,
an antidote for.
magic is working now, so would restoration, Remy, would restoration wake her up?
Right, yeah.
I don't know, greater or lesser, whatever. But
I don't either.
Remi, well, cast a greater a lesser restoration, and she will cast a cure wounds.
Okay. Yeah, at the lesser restoration, I mean, she's obviously still breathing, but it's a lot less very deep sleep breathing and more. I have just been in a lot of pain recently breathing, and at the 6 hit points restored is sort of, we've gotta stop meeting like this.
It was just like crying.
Darwin
morning.
clams his hand over his mouth at that because he does not want to laugh out loud.
Good morning, wife.
It looks way too dark outside for morning, but hi to you too. How has your last little while been? Because I have no idea how long I've been here.
Not great, but it's over
I
now.
don't know.
Okay, how much of that is mine?
A lot.
I mean, I imagine a whole lot of it is hers. What
Yes.
the fuck?
That's a long story.
Zeriel sends his regards.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Clearly, that's not directed at you. Yeah. Does anybody have my every gadget? Because she's still.
Someone had it, I think.
Remi had it. They gave it back to
right.
her.
Remi pats her down her pockets.
Yeah, it's probably in the same pouch where he keeps that lock of Alice's hair. Ah, good. It takes a while because obviously.
I haven't used any spells, so I'm gonna do a level 3 cure wounds. That's why I'm squeezing your hands. 19.
Do I want to know how bad this got? Because
Pretty bad. Good.
well, you're not. Rylan shaking his head. You're not
I
there.
Oh.
I know.
Okay. I guess that explains the hole in my shirt.
Not pretty bad, but I think we on the way to
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to
fixing it.
be mending, sorry.
It's an awful lot to mend, but yeah, okay. I think it might be a really good time to at least have a look and see how long story it is. And when you say it's over, is it entirely over?
It is
Yeah,
entirely over.
I mean, there's
Remi
cleanup and there's
looks
no,
out,
there's
looks in the general direction of the window. I'm pretty sure it's entirely over.
Well, let's go have a check, shall we? Oof.
Can you? Oh yeah, there's an elevator, isn't there?
You're going to make me take the elevator again.
I was about to ask if you can manage the stairs, but maybe
You're
the
going to
elevator.
make me take the elevator again.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That elevator is dinky as hell. They never wanted me in it. Not entirely sure why, but I have a feeling that it might have something to do with there's still magic in there or something. But,
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh, we're 6 floors up, so
yeah,
I think you should
and
be taking it
magic is
easy.
no longer a concern.
I'll blow another.
Yeah, I kind of gathered that given the less ouch and might be actually being awake. Also, I can kind of feel it too, because similarly barred, but thanks. Also,
Yeah.
we're on a floor that lets you have
Sorry.
magic anyway, so.
I'll just another kill.
Right.
Righty, I suppose I better show some people that
Sorry,
I'm still.
it's been a lot.
Yeah, I can tell. I think it's been a lot for all of us.
Yes.
Stretches the wings. Who do I have to thank for that?
Zero. He was here.
I
Literally.
kind of figured that one out, but yeah, I don't think you'd have said he sends his regards if he hadn't been actually physically here. Am I congratulating you or Hazel for that one, or both? Probably
Bit
both.
of both, I think.
Yeah, okay. Right, let's go and show people that I'm actually still standing. I'm pretty sure that'll be at least some help. And yeah, Darwin and Ava will not fit in the elevator when Remi and Alice are in there. Especially, I mean, Remi only manages because she's short and because Alice has an awful lot of wing.
Feathers.
And we'll take the stairs.
Yeah.
Darwin will just start running back down the stairs, and when getting it, you can dimension door, and yeah, I can take one person. Getting as close to 500 feet from the end as possible, I'll just grab
Well,
Ava, be like
each
brace, and reach out doorknob.
Yeah, all you have
Sorry,
to
go
do
ahead.
is all you have to do is go down like, and maybe not even that because each individual floor is less than 10 feet. So
Okay.
so you could literally just go and go through. So yeah, you have
Okay.
Darwin
In that
and
case, that's exactly what I'll do. I'll grab Ava by the hand. Yeah.
so
I'll
you
grab
have
Ava by the hand and go brace, and then open the door and step through and point. We're down at the bottom
right in
in
the
the
middle
courtyard
of the
again.
various bits of negotiations and whatnot. Although when most of that stops, part of the thing that happens is Bahirazet going very large dragon again and effectively fire breathing all over that fucking wall. And then clawing down the bits that are left. So you guys come out and they're like, hey guys, and all of a sudden, very large dragon at the gate.
That's one way to do it, I guess.
I'm somewhere in the crowd of civilians, just flat on my back, spread eagle, just thumbs up from somewhere.
Yeah, most of the Protector Aasimar are at their various homes from the looks of it. From what Barnabas and Rylan heard, they were going to pack up things and try and figure out what they were going to do, where they were going to go. And the ones surrounding Hazel are the kids with no place else to go. There's about 4 or 5 of them. head count, it does turn out to be 4. It's just one is incredibly hyperactive, so you keep miscounting because they're about 7, and it's near because there's a dragon. And it was a really big
A mini
fight,
Hazel.
and yeah, these two turn up, and given Darvin prestidigitated his hands and Alisay, but Ava grabbed Alisay's hand while she was still, so Ava still got blood.
Yeah, I probably have still blood stains.
And now Darwin does again, because so
Yeah.
when they point down, he's like, "Oh, Ava."
Well, but that's after. So these guys do see the.
Yeah, that's after the. It's after that. And, oh.
So is anybody going to ask?
I have no reason to ask anything. I did my job. I'm done for today.
Yep,
I don't
pretty
even know
much.
how many resources I blew before
the
Zero Hill
bitch
stopped me.
dead?
I'm done.
Yes.
Yeah, by this time they're coming out. Very apparently. Hi. Yeah, she's clean,
thanks.
but there's a massive rip right down the front of her shirt. Not that she actively cares, but you know.
Oh. Do
What?
I want to raise her killer
Looking
again?
I think she was killed very, very thoroughly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, massively. Like, Darvin still has that I am very, very impressed, even under all the trauma look on his face. Hi, guys. Miss me?
Yes.
Immensely.
Remi will take advantage of Alisay's brief distraction to get down on 1D and pull out Alisay's ring from her other pocket.
No.
Then she will tug at Alisay's hand.
Yeah, that is exactly the response you got. You're just getting back at me for the most blasé proposal in the world, right?
Yeah, yes, I am. So Alisay, love of my wife, sun in my sky, will you take your wedding ring back?
Well, duh.
What? I want to know.
And Darwin is now just blubbering.
Yeah.
Just
It was,
bleh,
she puts-
it was
she-
crying
tears.
again, but happy tears.
She puts the ring back on first, and then just scoops Remi up and snogging for days.
Aww.
And we will leave it there. We're well over, but we kind of had to finish
Work
this.
it.
And
yeah.
we'll be back in 2 weeks' time for the various bits of aftermath and your celebration dinner before we get out to what is going to come next, because we know there's going to come next. Thank you all for bearing with me. That was awesome.
intense.
That was awesome.
That was amazing.
Oh
Bye,
yes.
guys.